MLB's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Oakland A's. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He'll get us
left fielder, number 13.
And a step off. First offering on its way. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now. And it's 1-2. A little chilly, but not unbearable tonight. 55 degrees here at first pitch. Down the third baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. He'll try again, 1-2. Weak grounder back to the mound. And a good throw gets him one gone. Here's Ender Inciarte. His career numbers against Minaya. He's gone 3 for 4. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. The 2-0 on the way. Lifted the other way to left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First delivery to him on the way. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike. A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
A little bouncer just underway here in Oakland. Misses, ball 2. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
Great job to keep your hands back and not fully commit. The body was out in front on a great changeup right there, but he was able and strong enough to keep his hands back.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Stepping up now, Nick Markakis.
Right fielder, Nick Markakis.
Here comes the first pitch. Hard hit ball to second. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. And the next in is Johan Camargo. His career numbers against Minaya. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. A bouncer up the middle. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. He'll come home with it. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. Into the buyout, Nick Martini. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, number 38.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swings through the slider there. Hot shot down the line. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch of the AB is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway center. Inciarte is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Here's Jed Lowry now. His career line with Boltonevich. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Here's the pitch. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. Here's a swing and a miss. 1-1.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he hung a curveball that time, and it stayed up around the letters. Ball 2.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
And with a big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And prior to the 2-2, he'll step out of the box and ask for time. Struck him out. Now at the plate, Adam Duvall. He'll get us started in the top of the 2nd. First pitch of the at-bat. Looks at a changeup right over the middle. Hit on the ground to third. Chapman brings it in. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the 2nd. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Kurt Suzuki. Here comes the first pitch. Favorable call in there for a strike. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. From the stretch. Missed with a slider.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the 2nd out. At the plate, Dansby Swanson. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. And a quick step off here, hoping to catch that runner leaning, but he's back easily. The 1-1 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball. Hit on the ground toward the left. Chapman's got it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Here's Chris Davis now.
Leading off for the A's, designated hitter, Chris Davis.
And he'll step off and try and reset. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that's taken for strike one.
Hey, he's not going to get away with that all day. He's got to find a way to get on top of that ball and bury it.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number one. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. His career line with Bolton-Avich. He's 1 for 4. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball.
0-1.
That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
And, boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Digging in, Stephen Piscotty trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch on its way. Up around the face. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
This offense just doesn't look like they came to play today. Ugly swing after ugly swing. Just needs to be a better approach across the board.
And he's behind now as he missed badly on that swing. 1-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Inciarte's there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Now in the box, number 13. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
A fielder, number 13.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball bounced foul near Watts. Third base coach Ron Washington. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Number 13 goes down for the first out here in inning number 3. And that misses for ball 1. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
The count now at 2-1. The 2-1. Swing and a little tapper. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Now at the plate, Freddie Freeman, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And that catches the outside edge. 1-1. Third inning, no score to this point. Two balls and a strike to Freeman.
Right there, it's a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. And this one misses inside. A ball he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and standing in the powerful right fielder Nick Markakis. 1. And owed. This one's down to third. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Settling in now, Marcus Semien, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The shortstop, Marcus Semien.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Semien in an 0-2 hole here. Liner towards second. And there's the first hit of the game for the A's. Striding in, number 22. He stands in for the first time in this one.
Number 22.
He's set. Here it comes. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation. So making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
He's running. And he pops up the bunt attempt. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And it's fouled away.
Hey, great job just to be able to foul that one off. In today's game, that's what we're seeing, north-south. Pitchers want to elevate, want to get you out above the zone or below it.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Ready now, Jonathan Lucroy. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Popped him up. A leap, and he crashes into the wall, but managed to hold on to it. And he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble. Striding in once again, Nick Martini. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set, and the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Matt Chapman. First offering on its way. And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it. Deep down the line. And that is off the wall in right field. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. Stepping up to the plate, Jed Lowry. He got called out on strikes his last time through. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Looking up Acuna into the concrete staircases, and gone. So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Chris Davis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Hey, I love the moxie on this pitcher. Throw the exact same pitch he just got burned on, but that one was well executed.
Back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat. Way in front of a great slider that time. Hard hit to first. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for the 3rd out. And the next in is Johan Camargo, a base hit in his first trip.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And he falls behind now, 2-0. Hit sharply on the ground. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Adam Duvall. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Throw over to the bag, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Now the 1-0. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
And he lost him here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. Yasmero Petit answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from the starter. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ripped down the first base line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Tapped up the first baseline. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. Lied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too. Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning. Digging in, Marcus Semien. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. Albies scoops it up, and indeed he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out. So stepping in, number 22 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. On attempt misses. The throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Hit out towards second. Albies brings it in. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jonathan Lucroy. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. First offering on its way. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
There's a slogan is throwing too many strikes. That might be the case for this guy in this outing right here. So far, not pitching all that well, but 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
This one's flared off to the right side. Albies onto the grass. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Nick Martini. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider and make him bring up something straight in the strike zone.
It's 2-1 to the A's leadoff batter. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. Camargo on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He's around first, heading for 2. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double. Here's Ender Inciarte. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Needed a sand wedge for that one. Swung on and missed.
Great off-speed pitch right there. He was definitely sitting fastball, wanted to turn and burn. Everything went flying. This pitcher might be on the attack with that pitch all game long.
Just hung in there on that one. Acuna, the runner at second with 1 away. Popped him up. Chapman over to his right. And that's the second out of the inning. Striding into the box, Freddie Freeman. It was a walk in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. The 1-2. And this is fouled at the plate. Down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. The tag, and he is out. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Matt Chapman. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. Hit down the line at first. But this is foul for the first strike. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. Cue shot here out towards short. And one gone. Here's Jed Lowry now.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Here comes the first pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Drilled right back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Chris Davis. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
You know, you love a guy who attacks the zone, but sometimes I think you could throw too many strikes. That could be the case right here. This offense is going to the plate, just pulling the trigger on everything.
Inciarte is there, 2 gone. Next up for the A's, Matt Olson. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First offering on its way. This is line to left. But he'll flag this one down toward the alley. Nearly trouble, but instead the inning is over. Digging in now, Nick Markakis. Trying to get things.
Right fielder, Nick Markakis.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike 1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Martini moves over a few steps to his right as he's got it for the first out.
How about it?
Ready for another shot now. Johan Camargo. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Tapper right back to the mound. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. Coming forward now is the Braves' designated hitter, Adam Duvall. In previous matchups with Yusmeiro Petit, he's 1 for 2.
That's a ball.
4-1.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball. Three balls and a strike to the Braves left fielder. No runs on 6 hits and no errors so far for Atlanta. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch home. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Now batting.
Ready once again, Kurt Suzuki. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. And a neck-high fastball that time. Now the 2-0 offering to Suzuki. And he'll be tagged out heading toward the plate. And with that, the inning is over. In Stephen Piscotty. He's stolen his last time up.
Right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes this the other way to right. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway. Coming to the plate now, Marcus Semien. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he'll dive back in. First pitch coming. Here it is. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Front door curve is taken. Strike 2.
Love that pitch right there. And he executed it perfectly. A big arcing curveball that starts at the batter's hip and then just bends onto the inside corner. A lot of hitters have a tendency to open up way too early, and they can't make good contact on that pitch.
Now a bluff here as he steps off to look him back at first. And there he goes towards second. Stepping into the box, number 22. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far. From the stretch. No balls and a strike to count. Piscotty, base runner at first with 1 out. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for route number 2. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for 1 out of the zone for strike 1. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second. 2 out here and a runner at second. And before the 0-2 pitch, he'll step out of the box here to regroup. Grounded to third. Camargo brings it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Digging in, the switch hitter, Ozzie Albies. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. Now batting, Dansby Swanson. No hits to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Olsen takes it in, and he is out on the tag. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. In now, Nick Martini. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Left fielder, number 30.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. And now time granted here as they'll step out to rethink things, down 0-2. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left.
But no one gets to this one as it lands in the home bullpen. A foul ball.
The 0-2 once more is taken for ball 1.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Martini is retired, and there's one away. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. First offering on its way. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Hey, when I see a swing like that, this guy made up his mind before that pitcher even came set. He was pulling the trigger no matter what.
Here's a strike.
Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, this guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Lifted in the air toward the line in right. Markakis has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Here's Jed Lowry now. Last time through was a base hit.
Jed Lowry.
Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. Swanson brings it in, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Digging in once again, Ender Inciarte. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Jerry Familia is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 32, Jerry Familia.
Ready with the 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Martini on the move. 1 down. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Gone! Into the box, Nick Markakis. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now here it comes. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
I know he's well aware of the fact he can't tie this with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
1-1 to count. The 1-1. Misses, ball 2. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that's in there. Base hit. And the next in is Johan Camargo. Lifetime against Familia. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a slider.
You can tell he's starting to get frustrated out there. He's not usually used to getting knocked around the yard a little bit, and you can tell he's starting to feel for it.
The 2-0 on the way. And now a balk has been called here as he came to the plate too quickly. And you can forget about that double play now as the runner moves. Into scoring. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. Outside and low, 3-0.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Martini comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. Striding forward now is the DH, Adam Duvall. Couple of walks for him thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Pop foul, and it looks like that's going to make it into the VIP seats. Here's the 2-2. Third foul ball in a row, and this is turning into a pretty good at-bat. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Daniel Winkler is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 58.
Here's Chris Davis now. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Chris Davis.
Now here it comes. Hit hard up the middle. Albies picks it up. And there's one down now. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Olson connects and sends it to deep right field. And it's gone as they add still another. Striding in for Oakland, Stephen Piscotty. Here comes the first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Albies scoops it up in time to first, and there are 2 away. Ready for another chance? Marcus Semien. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch on its way. Way in front of a great slider that time. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Standing in. Blake Trinan comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Here's the first pitch to him. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
I don't know if he needs a few more warm-up pitches or if he's just announcing his presence with authority. Either way, watch your face.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Standing in, Ozzie Albies. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Albies with a 1-1 count now. 1 out, nobody on. Chased a sinker outside the strike zone. 1-2. The 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. Under it is the center fielder. 2 down. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. Final strike for the Braves. Liner towards second, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. Good work in a pitcher's count to get on base and keep the inning alive. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, number 13. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's set, and the pitch. Runners off for second. Pitch inside, the throw. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Pitch out, nothing doing. Snap throw from the catcher. Set to deliver on 2-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. Trinan is under it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game. And they did some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led the charge. He's our top player of the game.
Multi-hit game, and one of them was a dinger. That's a solid day's work for any hitter, and it had an impact on the outcome of this game. What else can you say?
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the Victoria Athletics, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on